Okay, so somebody asked me, how do I feel about the Telvin Osborne situation? The same energy he felt about us black women? I don't feel nothing. I don't feel bad. I don't feel no remorse. I don't feel nothing. I don't care. He didn't care about us. He said he hated us. He can't stand us black women. He wouldn't date us. He wouldn't talk to us. And what got me was you saying all of this, but a black woman carried you and 9 times out of 10 had labor pains to deliver your behind. And you got a nerve to say that?
Not our fights. Not our fights. What irritates me the most about this entire situation is the way Telvin's family is reacting on Facebook. I think it was his brother. He got up on this bitch talking about I'm disappointed in my black men and women. Where's the black community when you need them? Y'all are mad at him. Y'all are not gonna support him because he was in an interracial relationship. The ignorance. What? Just purposefully acting dense to get support. Don't nobody give a fuck that he was in an interracial relationship. It's the way that he was acting while in that interracial relationship that has us black folks like,
Just follow along with me, right? Black man dates white woman. Cool, cool, cool. Black man dates white woman, praises white woman for being white. Cool, 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 cool. Black man dates white woman, praises white woman for being white while disrespecting black woman. That's where we have a problem. Now, black man dates white woman, praises white woman for being white while disrespecting black woman and gets unalived by said white woman. The irony. The irony. And now, it's not funny for anybody to lose their life, no. And you're not a self-hating black person for dating a white person, no. But for you to sit here and make it your whole personality to compare white women to black women and disrespect black women, the situation handled itself. There's nothing else to talk about here. There's no outrage. You don't get the outrage. And you would think that this does not happen a lot, but this happens a lot. Am I saying because they're white? No. I'm just saying black man dates white woman, ends up being unalived by said white woman. Happens actually often. That's all I'm saying. And I'm a black man, and I understand how it feels to not know your place in this world or not know your value but for me personally, I educated myself and grew my abilities so that I know my value in this world. And to see so many black men lack those critical thinking skills and then have to resort to being a conquistador, well, then you get what you get.
Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Robbie Masaga. Today I want us to dive into a tragic and complex story, the unaliving of Telvin Osborne. This case is sparking heated discussions in the black community, and honestly, it raises some deep questions about race, loyalty, and respect. Now, if you haven't heard about this case, let me break it down for you. Telvin Osborne is a black man, was recently shot and unalived by his white girlfriend, Hannah Cobb. Initially, she claimed it was an accident while she was cleaning her gun after a night out drinking. But as investigations continued, she was charged with felony involuntary manslaughter.
That was his Facebook page. This his baby mama. That's him. Thankful for this little blonde blessing of mine. She unalived him. May he rest in preference. I mean, he literally got what he deserved. He literally got what he deserved. This is the thing. His family is now all over social media saying how the black community is failing them and they need justice and they need help and where's the black community and blah, blah, blah. We don't want nothing to do with that coon-ass man. I mean, nothing. And then they're saying that we're mad because he was in an interracial relationship. No. Interracial relationship, whoever loves you, love them. But it's the way he went about that interracial relationship. Remember that caption, my little blonde blessing. This man got up on the internet and said that he would rather have relations with a dog before he would with a black woman. A white dog at that. It had to be a white dog. For him to be that way towards black women, and you think black women are gonna feel bad, black women are gonna band together and help. Black women don't give a fuck about what that. We don't care. Y'all always feel like we're upset when we see a black man with a white woman. If that's what it is, that's what it is. We're not gonna sit here and stress about it. But what we will not tolerate is you disrespecting the fuck out of us while being with that white woman. That's just something we don't do. Every single time he said something about her, it was always praising white women and bashing black women. And you think we gonna give a fuck that she... Rest in preference. Rest in preference.
Oh, child, now they done took my video down. Let me run it back. Okay, so we did this video yesterday about Hannah Cobb, who had unalived her boyfriend, and the internet's pretty much outraged. Not really outraged about what she did. I feel like they felt like she took the trash out, but it was about his statements that people had found online, including this one here that says, a dog before a black, it gotta be a white dog though. Crazy. And this where it said, thankful for my little blonde blessing of mine. I guess that blonde blessing lets you meet your maker. He also said this one, little fan favorite, this one. Come on, y'all. And then this one was again, another fan favorite of his. Again, this is not photoshopped. I just redacted the stuff that took the video down, but he said, Hayden, do the most, I swear. Team, that beat need to be beaten. Well, I guess he wins. And then somebody saw this. I guess it's from a relative of his, and somebody said, I respect everyone's opinion, but y'all don't know, whoever this person is. Oh, the dead guy. For real, he said that man will give the shirt off his back. To whom? No, would he give his shirt off his back for his mama? I don't think so. And then they said, y'all don't think that he would respect women, that we would hang around him. I guess Telvin's a woman. Whatever.
I ain't playing, it's my bad. I didn't know that Telvin Osborne identified as a white man. I knew he was in an interracial relationship, but I didn't know it was that deep. And I also didn't know that his family was up on here talking shit. Well, his brother, rather, talking about black women. My bad, y'all. I thought this was a case of injustice against a black man, but apparently he identified as white. Now, I held black in my video earlier because y'all know how I feel about this whole debacle. But I just wanted to give y'all the facts of the case. But then I did a little bit more research because of the comments. And I was like, no, I can't believe this. Well, I can believe it, but dang, it was that deep for him, huh? He really had a preference. And that preference got him taken out the game. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. And to add more insult to injury after black women done took to their platforms to raise awareness that Hannah had not been arrested since Sunday, his brother's gonna write this and try to ride down on black women for trying to help y'all out? I declare, honey, what a disgrace. So his brother exercised his chicken chokers to say the following. This is why I've been staying off here, y'all. So sorry. Got so much to say. Damn right, my brother ain't want no begging black B. Just like y'all O's barely. Oh, this man can't spell. Want the broke A N words you laying next to, child. Please, you should have just kept this off. He deleted it. He deleted it after backlash, but it's too late, honey. Black women done already withdrew their support. So I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know. I thought this was just another case of injustice. But even the suspicion of something like that, talking about, oh, you was cleaning a weapon at 5 o'clock in the morning. Come on now, that sounds suspicious. And any black person would have been arrested for that. And that's exactly what we were talking about. She should have been behind bars since Sunday. But since y'all don't want no help, since you got to act like this, then let me just go ahead and, tiptoe on out of here, drink my water and eat my food. All right, y'all, my bad, players. I didn't know that. I knew that that he was in that type of relationship, and I did hold back, what I would have said normally, but because he was deceased. But shit, since you want to be like this, I mean, his post was downright diabolical. I mean, he really did not like black women, so his preference is the reason why he in this situation. Like I told y'all, black men, in my Dr. Umar voice, Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Players, put your thoughts in the comments. This is Double D Mo for the Black Accurate News.
Now, usually when a black man is unalived in America, especially under suspicious circumstances, the black community rallies together demanding justice. But in this case, a lot of black people, especially black women, are saying they don't care. And here's why. Telvin was known for making some incredibly disrespectful remarks about black women. This man went as far as saying he would rather sleep with a dog than with a black woman, and not just any dog, a white dog. Yeah, let that sink in. This was a black man walking around proudly degrading black women to the point where he compared them to animals. Now his family is calling out black people for not supporting them in this difficult time. But black people are saying, where was the same energy when he was alive? So let's break this down. Should the black community mourn him? Does someone's past words affect whether they deserve support after death? And what does this case say about internalized racism and self-hate? First, let's talk about what happened in the night of his death. Reports say that Osborne and Cobb were out drinking before they went home. Sometime in the night, Cobb took out a gun, supposedly to clean it, and ended up shooting him in the chest. Now listen, if you've been drinking, why on earth would you be handling a loaded weapon? But also, who parties, gets drunk, and then suddenly thinks, oh, let me clean my gun? Something about that just isn't adding up. And that is why, after initial investigations, police charged Cobb with felony involuntary manslaughter. Normally, when a black person is unalived, the black community rallies together. They protest, they demand justice, they make noise. But in this case, the response has been cold. Why is that the case? Because Telvin Osborne spent his life disrespecting black people, especially black women. This man didn't just have a preference for white women. He had pure hatred for black women. There's a difference between dating who you like and publicly degrading an entire group of people. This is what he said, and I quote, "I would never sleep with a black woman. Before I do that, I'd rather sleep with a dog. That dog would have to be a white dog." Do you know how deep that level of hatred runs? This man basically said black women were beneath animals, beneath pets. So now the very people he insulted are being asked to mourn him, to march for him, to post justice for Telvin hashtags. And you know what? A lot of black people are saying no. They are saying he made his choice in life and now they're making their choices in death. And honestly, I can't blame them. This isn't the first time we've seen this type of conversation in the black community. A lot of times we see black men who openly bash black women, but when something happens to them, they suddenly want the black community to rally behind them. We saw this with Chad Wheeler, the white football player who nearly beat his girlfriend to death. The response from many of these black men? Silence. But if a black man is in trouble, oh, suddenly it's protect black men at all costs. So black women are asking, where was Telvin when black women were being disrespected? When black women were being harmed? He was laughing with his white girlfriend, calling black women all sorts of names. So why should they care now? And let me be real with you all. This situation exposes a deep issue of accountability. If you spend your entire life degrading your people, can you really expect them to fight for you when things go wrong? Let's go even deeper. Why did Telvin hate black women so much? Where does this level of self-hate come from? See, this is what happens when society drills into black men's head that whiteness is superior. Some black men internalize it so much that they start seeing their own race as inferior. It's not just preference, it's conditioning, and it's dangerous. This is why you see some black men bragging about dating black women like it's some kind of status symbol. They don't just love these women, they view them as upgrades from black women, and that mindset is poisonous. If a black woman was the one who unalived Telvin, people would be calling her every name in the book. But a white woman does it, and suddenly his family wants black people to come together. Where was this energy before? So let's answer the big question. Should black community feel sorry for Telvin Osborne? Honestly, that is up to each person, because some will say no matter what he said, he was still black and we should fight for our own. Others will say he made it clear he didn't want to be part of this community, so let him rest in the community he chose. And I get both sides. But what I won't do is ignore the lessons here. Black people need to wake up. If you spend your life tearing down your own, don't expect those same people to build you up when you fall. It doesn't work that way. At the end of the day, Telvin's death is tragic. No one deserves to die like that. But the situation teaches us a hard lesson. Your words and actions have consequences. If you spend your life tearing down your own people, you can't expect those same people to rally behind you when things go wrong. So to all black men out there, love yourself, love your people, because at the end of the day, your community is the one that will truly fight for you. Anyway, guys, I want to hear from you now. Do you think the black community should rally behind Telvin, or do you think he got what he wanted, separation from the black community? Let me know on the comments, and also remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time, bye-bye.